Hello and welcome to Hamer Reviews. My name is Christopher Hamer and today we're reviewing the Sennheiser CX 150 BT Bluetooth in-ear wireless headphones. Wireless headphones have come a really long way in recent years, especially the budget variety. It wasn't very long ago that you could pay between £30 and £50 for a set of wireless headphones and they'd be pretty awful, to be honest with you. In fact, I recently threw out a couple of pairs that I'd received for review that were absolutely terrible, and some of those cost as much as £70. Thankfully, these Sennheiser headphones are a lot better than that. The sound quality you get from them is actually really good. The battery life, equally at 10 hours, is fantastic, and they are a lot smaller, a lot lighter, and a lot thinner than what you used to get as well. As you can see, it's almost hard for me to show them to you. There simply isn't much there. You've got two very small earphone drivers attached to a control panel where you have an on-off switch, which is also your play and pause button, volume rockers, and a USB-C charging port, and that's it. As you will notice, halfway between this, you also have an extra little piece of plastic that houses the battery. So these get 10 hours of battery life, as I mentioned, and in order to do so, they needed to add this little battery pack. Now, in practice, it's not that great because it puts quite a lot of weight at the back of the headphones. So if you're using these for sport, you might actually notice that little battery pack moving around a bit as you run, or whichever other sport you're taking part in, which might actually loosen the headphones a bit, so that's not so great. One of the things that is good is how unobtrusive these headphones are. So once they're inside your ears, you really can almost not see them. So it's nice that they're, not going to stick out. You could put a headband on, for instance, and they shouldn't cause too much discomfort, which is a good thing in my opinion. I like the fact that Sennheiser actually includes 4 sets of ear tips. So rather than just small, medium, large, you have one extra size, which means they're all a little bit more precise. So you can really find the one that fits and works best for you. Of course, these also have a built-in microphone. Interesting one, really. I was really disappointed with the microphone. It's not often that they're this bad, but the sound quality just seemed really muffled. People I spoke to on the phone said it really didn't sound great, and when I tested them, got someone else to make a phone call with them, yeah, I kind of agree. They just don't sound particularly clear. Thankfully, when it comes to the headphones themselves and the speakers they're in, that is not the case. They sound very, very good. They're definitely leaning more towards treble and highs. So if you want a lot of deep bass, you're not really going to get that much. However, I do think that the sound quality is very clear. So they have a lot of clarity. As I said, the trebles and sort of highs are good. It's just sort of on the low end, you don't have tremendous depth. I don't think that's a deal breaker, if I'm honest with you. I think it's just one of those things that you have to accept. There's gonna be a trade-off when you're using these kind of headphones. As I said, they retail around £50. That's not cheap as wireless headphones go today, but for the brand, i.e. Sennheiser, I think that's actually completely fine. You should definitely keep an eye out for my upcoming Motorola headphone review, because they cost just £15 and they're an interesting alternative to these. So although these aren't bad value, I think you need to keep your eyes open for what else is out there, because this is a competitive price point, and you go a little bit cheaper and a little bit more expensive and you're not necessarily going to get better performance. But I think I can keep this relatively short. This is a nice light set of headphones, probably best suited for sport. They sound pretty good. The microphone's not fantastic. The battery life is good. Tested to 10 hours, let them run overnight, still running the next morning. Really good. And overall, probably not bad value due to the nice clear sound quality. But as I said, you should shop around. You might be able to find a cheaper alternative that performs as well. So that's what I think of the Sennheiser CX 150 BT Bluetooth in-ear wireless headphones. An interesting proposition from Sennheiser, one definitely worth considering. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and if you have any questions or comments, pop them in the comment section below. I'd love to hear what you think of these headphones and whether you have tried a set of wireless in-ear headphones recently that you think is particularly good. So I'd love to take a look at some new ones if that's what is out there at the moment. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Goodbye.